Hi, Coach Warren with Break It Down Basketball, and our goal is to teach you the game of basketball step by step so you can learn the game of basketball and have fun. Today we're going to focus on one of my favorite topics, shooting. One of the most important things to be able to do on a shot is to be consistent, that your shot can be repeatable. And so today we're going to look at 4 things that you can key off of so that you can repeat your shot over and over again. The first A is for alignment. We want to put our index finger in the middle of the ball, preferably on the seam so you can see the rotation. Now, some people prefer middle finger in the middle. You could do that as well. You could try it out, see what works better for you. I recommend index finger, so it'll look like this. So, index finger in the middle of the ball. Also, you want to be pointing straight at the basket, not like this, but in the middle and straight. And then you also want to just set up with your offhand on the side of the ball. So to pick up, index finger in the middle, support hand on the side, and that'll set you up for a shot that's on line. So that's the first A, alignment. The second A is for arm slot. And what we want to teach is having your elbow in what we call your arm slot, meaning it's next to your body, it's not sticking out, it's next to your body, and so it can move freely through what I call this, your shooting slot. And the reason why we do that is, 1, to keep your elbow in, but also 2, it's nice and free, your arm is in line, and then you can generate more power that way. It's also helpful for younger players because if they have to get more power and they're pushing from lower, they can get their arm in that slot and bring it up to their shooting position. So the first 2 A's are alignment and arm slot. The third A is accelerate through the ball. And what I'm focusing on here is your follow through. Now some players, when they shoot, they don't get good rotation on the ball because they don't snap through their shot. And so what we're trying to do when we say accelerate means is make sure you snap quickly through your shot. And the key there is you really just want to get rotation on the ball, which helps when it lands on the rim. It softens it when it goes. But also, that's how you learn touch, is by the ball rolling off your fingertips. And so we start out with our, in the slot, get to our 90-degree position, meaning 90 degrees with your wrist to your forearm, and then 90 degrees forearm to your upper arm, and then 90 degrees with your upper arm and your torso. So 90, 90, 90. Okay, and then from there, we want to snap through so that we have backspin on the ball. Okay, and also with that, since we're starting with our index finger, we want that index finger pointed at the basket and then pointing down in line with the basket. So like we said, that keeps your shot on line every time. Okay, lastly, our fourth A is for arc or arch. You want to have a consistent arc to your shot, and how we get there is based on what we call your launch angle. And you want to have a launch angle that's greater than 45 degrees. I would say between 50, 55 degrees, depending on how far you are from the basket. You'll have a stronger angle close to the basket versus when you're farther away. And how we judge that is, so that if your arm is level to the ground, that's 0. If you're all the way here, it's 90. So the halfway is 45. And to move it up a little is about 50, 55 degrees. And that's our goal. And the way you get there is just make sure, so we're at our 90, 90, 90. When you shoot, your elbow should be eye level or higher. And then you'll know that you are 45, greater than 45 degrees. If you end up down here where your elbow is below your eye, then you know your angle is not high enough and you won't have enough arch on your shot. Now the reason why we want to have arch on your shot is the higher the arch, the greater percentage that the ball will go in the basket. But not everybody can shoot with a high arch, because the higher the arch, the more velocity, the more force, the more power you'll need, and it's harder to control. So every player has to find that balance of how high their arch is versus how well they can control it. But I think you want a higher arch is better. So I would at least try to get close to the top of the backboard as far as the height on your arch. Okay, so those are the 4 A's. Now you want to do some drill work. You're going to start out about 5 feet from the basket, and then you're going to shoot maybe 3 to 5 shots, make them all, and then move back. Okay, you want to make sure your form is good. And then you also, we haven't talked about bending your knees and things, we'll talk about that next time, but you want to flex your knees a little bit. So check your alignment, right? Arm slot, make sure you follow through. Make sure your follow through is above your eyes. Start here. Okay, make 3 to 5 shots, and then we'll move on to our next spot. Okay, now you step back. Just remember everything. Check it again, alignment. If you miss, it's okay. Just keep shooting, but make sure you're on line. How's your follow through look? Are you pointing at the basket when you're done? Okay, so you just do that, and then you get back up some more. You're really working on muscle memory and also getting touch on your shots. Thanks for joining us today on Shooting Part 1. Work on those things and you will become a better shooter. See you next time.